I don't like wearing foundation every single day. And if I'm being honest, that is one part of my makeup routine that I could honestly do without. But there are days where I want to look lively and put together, so this is the makeup that I do. Hit that subscribe button, also ring the notification bell if you enjoy natural hair, lifestyle, and beauty content, and let me show you guys how I do this beginner friendly, no foundation makeup look that still eats but is half the hassle. So y'all, skin prep is important no matter what look you're going for, whether it's full face, half face, no face, whatever. So I've already moisturized my skin, I've already put sunscreen on and also primed, and I'll be sure to either put the products on the screen that I use or list them down in the description box below. So I'm going to start right off with concealer right up under my eyes. If you have dark spots, circles, whatever, and you want to color correct, I definitely recommend you do it before doing this step. So we're going right under the eyes right here, right down the nose, also here in my T-zone, just all in my T-zone, and just a little bit on my chin. I'm just going to use my beauty blender and blend all that out. If you want a more full coverage look, for sure 100% use a brush, because beauty blenders, you know, pick up the product and makes it look more natural and skin-like, and that's why I'm using a beauty blender today versus using a brush. Now if I were trying to do a little something extra, I would definitely use a brush, but for today, beauty blender will work just fine. So I do want to have a brighter under eye for today's look. Normally I would not do this step, but I do have somewhere I want to go. So I'm going in with just a brighter under eye concealer, and this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in medium beige, in medium beige. And I'm just going right in the same spots that I put my first concealer down and applying this right on top. And once again, we're going in with that same beauty blender and just blending that right on out. Okay, it's time for blush. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I do not own blush. I haven't owned blush in quite some time, and I have yet to buy any. So I'm making it work, okay? I'm just rigging it up a little bit. This is actually a lipstick. This is a Fenty lipstick, and I'm not really sure the name or the color, but I'll link it down below, put it down in the description box. And I'm just going in like you would for blush on my cheeks and taking it a little bit up. I don't even know what that's called, towards my temple, okay? So we're just going on my cheeks and dabbing it a little bit up towards my temple, just like that. And I like to put just a little dot on my nose. So for sure, whenever I'm blending my blush, I always use a brush, and this is a stippling brush. I like to use a stippling brush because it keeps my blush a little bit more concentrated instead of it going all wild. It keeps it right in the area where I want it to stay. So we're just going here, blending it out a little bit, blending out a little bit on my nose, and blending this out here. All right, now that our blush is finished, we're almost at the last step. This, like I said, this look is so easy. Anybody can do it. Great for beginners, okay? So I'm going in with my contour. This is LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Dark Cocoa, and I'm just gonna go right here on like my, I don't even know what you say, jawline, on the sides of the nose, because I do like to contour my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead. And I'm using the butt of the beauty blender to just blend that, and I'm kind of squeezing it to make it a little bit more narrow, and I'm just going to blend that on out. Normally I would blend up towards my blush, but for this look I'm blending it down a little bit just because I do not have any foundation on. And for my nose contour, I always use a brush for more precision. I don't know if anybody else is like me. Drop down in the comments and let me know. I don't like to brighten around my mouth. I like for my mouth to be a little bit muted. So I'm going in with the butt of my beauty blender, and whatever's left of that contour color, that's what I'm using to just kind of pat in there. It's really not much. It's really usually not much of anything, but I'd rather do that than conceal around my mouth. Personal preference. If you like a brighter mouth area, then that's on you. Do what works for you by all means. Alright, so this is the base of our no foundation look, and y'all, the hard part is over. Once you get to this step, it's smooth sailing. The only thing that's left to do is to set all these creams with powder, okay? Anytime you use a cream product, you always want to set it with powder. So the very first thing I'm going to set in place is my under eye concealer, and I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. This is in 330. And I'm going in and setting all of my concealer spots. So right up under the eye, in my chin, and then along my T-zone. So the next thing I'm going to do is set my contour, and for forever and ever 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 and ever, I have always used a L'Oreal True Match in C8 to set my contour. Even when I was in college, this is the color that I've always used to do my contour. And I'm circling it down. And whatever's left, I'm just taking that and going over here. Not trying to get too much on my chin, but just going in here. And the same brush that I used to blend out my cream contour is the same brush I'm going to use to put the powder and go in on my nose. Once again, I do not own blush, okay? So I'm going in with the color pink in my Crayon box palette, and that's what I'm going to use to set my blush, my cream blush. One of these days I'll buy some blush, y'all, but for today, this is working just fine. So if it ain't broke, we ain't gonna fix it, all right? The very, very last step is just to set all of this with the setting spray. I'm using the e.l.f. Stay All Night Fine Mist setting spray. I really do like this, but I'm on the hunt for something new. I'm thinking about trying out that L'Oreal setting spray. So y'all let me know if you've tried it out and how you like it. Y'all, this is it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, my brows, my eyelashes, and a little bit of eyeshadow off camera and come back and show you guys the completed look. Here is the completed look. I did a little bit of eyeshadow, threw on some lips and mascara. I did not feel like fooling with lashes, so I left those in the drawer. But y'all let me know what you think about this look down in the comments below. And if you're a beginner, please let me know how confident you feel about being able to pull off this base routine, okay? I want to make sure that my beginners out there can do this, because I say that it's easy peasy lemon squeezy and you may not think so. So give me the feedback so I can help you guys through this makeup learning process. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, y'all, and don't forget to tell somebody else to come on over and enjoy Lovey with me. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.